In life, sometimes we receive calls from an invisible force, a mission that we cannot understand immediately. When God calls you to be the chosen one, it is not a simple invitation. It is a path full of challenges where you must face loneliness, silent pain, and trials that no one but you can understand. But it is in those moments that you will realize that true strength is not what you see on the outside, but comes from a deep understanding of yourself and the world around you. You will not regret watching this video. I will take you on a journey to explore the path of the chosen one, from moments of despair and feelings of abandonment to discovering the invisible strength hidden within yourself. You will realize that isolation is not a punishment, but an opportunity to train and prepare for a greater mission, one that transcends the limits of the world and yourself. Stay tuned to discover that this call is not a meaningless challenge, but a great revolution waiting for you. When God calls you to be the chosen one, it is not a simple invitation. It is a mission that no one can fully understand unless they have gone through the trials that you are facing. The chosen one is not only someone who carries special strength, but must also bear the burden of loneliness, of thoughts that no one can share or understand. At first, you feel abandoned. The people around you cannot see what you see. They cannot hear the whispers from an invisible realm that you are connected to. They only see an ordinary person with ordinary worries. But you know clearly that you carry within you a mission that transcends all of this. Day by day, you walk the path filled with isolation and challenges. People look at you with scrutinizing eyes, but no one understands that you carry a burden that cannot be shared. They do not see the silent pains in your soul, the moments of despair when you feel your strength fading. Yet you cannot turn back, for you know that your mission is not to be understood, but to accomplish something greater, to transcend the limits of both yourself and this world. And then, one day, you realize that this isolation is not a punishment. It is time for you to refine yourself, to prepare for the fierce challenges ahead. The long sleepless nights, the moments alone with your tangled thoughts, are when you learn to harmonize with the invisible strength present within you. God's call is not easy, but it is not meaningless either. It is preparation for a revolution, a change that no one can predict. Gradually, you realize that true strength does not come from muscles or material power, but from a deep understanding of yourself and the world around you. You begin to see the small changes in life, the events that seem random but are in fact signs that only the chosen one can recognize. And then, you know that the new era you are living in is not the end of the old world, but the beginning of a new one. A world where the invisible strength of the chosen ones will ignite the flame of hope, change the way the world is perceived, and open new horizons for humanity. But you cannot do this alone. Your mission is not just personal, but part of a bigger picture. Other chosen ones will appear, people who carry special abilities and destinies that are interconnected. And you, as the leader, will have to guide them through difficult paths, seeking connection with one another and building a new future together. The isolation you are experiencing is a test, a part of the journey that transforms you from an ordinary person into a hero, someone with a mission to change the world. And when the time comes, you will no longer be alone. You have begun to realize that your path is not just a personal journey. It is an invisible connection between you and other souls, people who live in this world but cannot see each other, whose spiritual strength, like yours, lies dormant within them. When God calls you to be the chosen one, it is not just a prophecy. It is a silent revolution, a change that cannot be seen with the eyes, but is very real, existing in every breath, in every decision, in the unspoken movements of the world. You remember the first time you felt this loneliness. One dark night, you stood on the shore, the waves crashing against the beach, and in that moment, you heard a voice echoing in your mind. The chosen one is not the strongest, but the one willing to face their own weakness. That was the truth you had never realized until that moment. You thought strength was invincibility, but it is not. True strength comes from understanding the fragility of oneself, from facing fear and accepting that you are not an undefeated warrior. Your loneliness is a part of the purification process, a journey that leads you to a deep understanding of yourself and of what you can truly become. But there's one thing you didn't know, and no one dared to tell you. Spiritual power is not an endless source of energy that you can control at will. It is an awakening, a connection between you and the universe, a harmony between body and soul. Those who have spiritual strength like you are not alone. They are somewhere in this world, but they too are isolated, unable to share what they are going through. These people may be ones you encounter by chance in life, or they could be souls that once lived and now exist in a different form, a form of energy. Remember the day when you felt the presence of someone in a dream, a stranger you had never met, but who made you feel as if you had known them for a long time. Who are they? A part of yourself or a soul from a past life, someone who has found you in this world? This question cannot be answered with logic, but in a fleeting moment, you will realize the truth. All these people are part of the network you must connect with. Those with spiritual power are not random. They are chosen to form a collective force, a power that can change the world. For example, you might think of people you meet in life, individuals with special abilities, but who have no idea they possess them. They might be the forgotten ones, yet they are important links in this grand plan. Like you, they are undergoing a process of awakening, one that they cannot control, but they can sense that change is coming. Strange dreams, inexplicable sensations, intense emotions rising when witnessing special events. These are all signs that they are beginning to recognize their mission. Have you ever wondered why some people suddenly become different in certain situations? Why are there individuals with the ability to heal others without formal training? Why do you sometimes feel a strange sensation when you are near someone, as if there is an invisible connection between you and them? These people, whether they are aware of it or not, carry a part of the spiritual power that you also possess. It is something you cannot understand immediately, but you will realize it later when your mission begins to unfold more clearly. But don't mistake this power as simply a gift you have been given. It is a challenge. The isolation you are experiencing, the moments of self-doubt, the long sleepless nights, these are all lessons you must overcome to discover the true strength within you. Sometimes you will feel like you're walking down a foggy path, unsure of what lies ahead. But if you open your heart, you will realize that this power is not meant to be conquered alone, but to connect with others. That is your mission, to find others who have abilities like yours, connect with them, and together create a great change. The truth is, every time you continue this journey, you will begin to notice signs that others cannot see. You will hear unspoken words, see unclear signs in everyday life. All of this can only be explained by one word: spirituality. And you will realize that all those around you, whether they know it or not, are playing a role in changing this world. And you, the chosen one, will be the one to lead them to awakening, to the connection that only the chosen souls can see. This feeling is strange, isn't it? The feeling that you are at a crossroads where every decision could change the fate of the world. You are no longer alone in your loneliness. You are part of a larger flow, a network of souls awakening. And when you realize this, when you understand that you are not the only one on this journey, you will find the invisible strength you never thought possible. When God calls you, when He has chosen you, it is not just a miracle, but a mission that cannot be refused. Have you ever wondered why, in that moment, you felt His presence so clearly, as if He were standing right beside you in every breath, every step you take? That is the truth that few can understand. God is not just the supreme being, but the eternal source of strength, the invisible connection between all the chosen souls. Why you and not someone else? Have you ever thought that only when you overcome indescribable trials and suffering can God grant you that power? He chooses you not because you are strong, but because you are willing to face your own weakness. You understand that strength is not something easily held. It is an awakening, a long path, a path that ordinary people would never have the courage to walk. Look around you. Look at the great religions of the world, the faiths that have existed for thousands of years. Have you ever wondered, these followers, those who follow God, Buddha, Allah, they all have something in common. They do not just believe in profound teachings, but they believe in the power of spirituality, in the invisible connection between all people, in the fact that each of us has a part in God's grand plan. And you are a part of that. You are not just an anonymous individual in the sea of people. You are the one chosen by God to be the flame, to light the way for souls who are desperately searching. God did not just send you to this world, but He gave you an invisible weapon, the power of faith. This is not ordinary faith, but faith that can move mountains, that can conquer what seems impossible. Can you feel this? That faith will not only change you, but it will change the entire world. Remember the words that God taught. You are the light of the world. A light cannot be hidden under a bowl. You are that light. The power of God flows within you like a river that never runs dry. You may not realize it now, but when the moment comes, you will feel that nothing can stop you. God has arranged everything, from the events you have experienced to the people you meet, all for a reason, all as signs leading you to your mission. When God grants you this power, He does not just give you a title or ordinary authority. He gives you the power of global transformation. You can feel it in every moment, in every gesture, in every word. This power cannot be misunderstood. It cannot be rejected, because it has been proven over thousands of years. In every belief, every faith, through saints, through those who have sacrificed for a noble cause. The power of God is an invisible energy, yet so powerful that it can stir the oceans and shake the earth. Think of the great figures in history, those who changed the fate of the world, such as Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa. They were all people chosen by God. They did not do these things for themselves, but for a higher ideal, a mission that only the chosen ones can fulfill. And now it is your turn. You are not an ordinary person. You are the one chosen to lead a spiritual revolution, to guide humanity through the darkness and confusion of this world towards a brighter future. God has given you trials, pain, long sleepless nights, not to make you fall, but to help you realize the invisible strength that lies dormant within you. When you face fear, when you feel weak, it is precisely when you are training yourself to become worthy of that mission. And when you complete this journey, when you rise up, you will clearly see it is not that you have changed, but that God has changed you so you can change the world. And then, at that moment, you will realize that you are no longer a solitary individual. You are part of a great spiritual network. Others, those like you, who also carry this mission, will come to you. You will no longer be alone on this journey. The power of God is not something you can see, but an invisible energy that is present in every moment of your life. And when you understand this, when you believe in the presence of God in every action, every word, you will feel this power flowing through your body, leading you to heights you never dreamed of. Remember, God did not choose you because you are an ordinary person. He chose you because you are part of the grand plan, a soul ready to change the world. The challenges you face are not random. They are lessons you must overcome to awaken. And when you awaken, you will see clearly. You are no longer an ordinary person. You are the chosen one. When God chooses you, He does not just give you a mission, but a destiny that has been preordained. You did not appear in this world by chance, and it is not by coincidence that you face harsh challenges. Everything you go through, all the pain, the loneliness, the times when you thought you would fall, are all part of God's grand plan. You were born not to live as an ordinary person, but to be a part of a spiritual revolution, to guide lost souls back to the light. Destiny is not an abstract concept that you only hear about in sermons. Your destiny is very real. It exists in every step you take. Those who follow God's faith, those who truly listen to and obey His teachings, do not just live with empty faith, but are carrying a part of the salvation mission. You may not see everything now, but as your destiny begins to unfold, you will realize that those around you, those who seem ordinary, are souls searching for guidance. And you will be the one to lead them. God has given you a task like no other. You must not only awaken yourself, but awaken the lost souls. They are the souls that are lost in a world full of darkness, unable to find peace in their hearts. These people could be friends, family, or strangers you happen to meet in life. They carry confusion, doubt, and sometimes suffering because they cannot find the true meaning of life. And you are the only one who can bring them that light. You may not understand it right now, but step by step, you will realize that you are God's messenger, chosen to help them return. But don't be mistaken in thinking that this task is easy. The lost souls do not always recognize the light easily. They may deny it. They may resist the change that you bring. They will look at you with doubt in their eyes and will not believe what you say. But it is in these moments that you will need to be more patient and steadfast than ever. You will understand that not everyone is ready to accept change immediately. This is why God chose you, because you can endure this loneliness. You can be the light for those souls still blind. Remember the times you felt something stirring in your heart, an invitation you could not refuse, a feeling you could not explain, as if someone was watching you, leading you step by step. It was God. He was by your side, not only in your moments of prayer, but also in the simplest moments of life. He does not let you walk alone, but quietly supports you, teaching you how to see the invisible signs, how to recognize the souls in need of salvation. And then you will witness a miracle. These souls will slowly recognize the change within themselves when they come in contact with you. They will feel peace. They will feel a new faith rising within them, as if the rain has washed away all the dryness in their souls. You are not the only one chosen by God. There are millions of people in this world carrying a mission just like yours, but not everyone is aware of it. There are those living in darkness, but no one has come to light their way. These souls are not bad or to be blamed, but they have not yet found the right path. You are the path that God wants them to follow. When you fulfill your mission, you not only save yourself, but you save other souls, leading them out of their confusion. Try looking at the current crises in the world: war, poverty, corruption, injustice. None of these are by chance. They are the consequences of being lost, of souls that no longer have direction, no longer believe in a better world. These souls are drowning in false values, in the lies of the world. And then, when you realize your mission, you will understand that this world cannot change through mere physical actions. It needs a change from within, from the chosen souls. And you, the chosen one, are the first part of that change. God does not just want you to change yourself, but also to change those around you. You may not notice it right now, but when you live according to your mission, the lost souls will feel the difference in you. They will begin to seek salvation, will feel a new faith rising in their hearts, and from there, they will continue their journey. Step by step, you will see a network of light gradually spread, and this world will no longer be a dark place, but a place filled with the light of faith of awakened souls. When you understand that your mission is not only personal, but also part of a global change, you will no longer feel alone. You will feel a connection with other souls, and you will realize that you are not a small individual in this world, but a part of God's grand plan. You are chosen to be a leader, to light the way for the lost souls. And when you realize this, nothing can stop you. You will see that you are not only changing yourself, but you are changing the world according to God's will. When you realize that your mission is not merely about changing yourself, but is part of a greater plan, You will begin to understand that everything happening in this life is not by chance. Every event, every person you meet, every difficulty you overcome is part of a cosmic arrangement, an arrangement that only the chosen ones can see clearly. It is the intersection of ancient souls and an invisible spiritual force that the world cannot easily explain. God did not choose you just because you are an ordinary person. You are part of a great interconnected network that involves not only humans, but also the universe, distant planets, ancient ships that once appeared in mystical times. You may not see it clearly yet, but the signs have already begun to appear, and the lost souls you are called to save are not only those living on Earth, but also beings existing in distant places in this universe. Think about it for a moment. In ancient legends, mythical ships, spacecraft that once traveled across distant planets, carrying grand missions, are mentioned in ancient civilizations such as Egypt, Babylon, and Mesopotamia. These ships were not ordinary means of transportation. They were believed to possess magical powers, capable of transcending space and time, connecting humans with souls and other dimensions. These ships were not just physical objects, but gateways to spiritual realms, where lost souls could be saved and return to wisdom and holiness. And you are the one chosen to steer this ship. You are the key to unlocking the door that guides those souls back to the light. You have been chosen by a cosmic force that has existed for thousands of years, a force that not everyone can understand. These ships with the great souls that once passed through them are symbols of the connection between worlds, between the material world you live in and the spiritual world you are called to liberate. You may not realize this yet, but one day, when you stop and listen to yourself, you will feel a special vibration within your body. It is a signal from the ancient ships, from the souls that have traveled this journey before you. They have come, they have been here, and now is the time for them to return through you, through the wisdom you are gradually discovering. It is God who has arranged everything for you to become the ship, for you to be the bridge between this world and a world you have never imagined. The universe has no boundaries, and your mission is not confined to a personal journey or any specific religious framework. You will begin to realize that your soul is not a solitary entity. You carry within you an ancient flame that existed before you were born, and within you flows a part of the infinite universe. God did not only choose you to lead the lost souls on earth, but God chose you to open other doors, where souls from other worlds will be set free. When you realize that you are part of the great plan of the universe, a strange sense of peace will emerge in your soul. All difficulties and challenges no longer seem frightening, because you understand that you are not alone. You are part of a network of light, a guide for lost souls, not only in this world, but also in the unseen spaces that we cannot see. Remember that the ship you are steering is not just a physical vessel. It is your soul, the sacred flame you carry within you, a flame that connects you with all souls, with every dimension. And when you dare to face your mission, you will not only change yourself, but also help change the world. The universe has no boundaries, and your mission is the same. Never forget that you are not a small individual in this world. You are part of a greater plan, part of an eternal light. Let wisdom and faith guide you, so you can become the ship, the key for lost souls to return to the light. You have been chosen. Walk your path with courage and love, for you are the first part of this change. And remember, when you awaken, the whole world will awaken with you. As you reflect on the journey we've just shared, remember that you are never alone. You are part of something much greater, a cosmic plan that connects all of us through light, wisdom, and love. The challenges you face are not barriers, but steps along a path designed to help you awaken and guide others. You have been chosen, and in this moment, know that you carry within you the sacred flame that lights the way for lost souls, not just in this world, but across all dimensions. Trust in yourself. Trust in the mission that calls you, And know that when you awaken, the entire world will awaken with you. So walk your path with courage, with love, and with faith. You are part of the change the universe is waiting for. Thank you for being here, and remember, the light you carry is more powerful than you may ever know.